Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for joining me. So today we are talking concealer. So I'm a busy mum, I'm a working mum. My number one aim for my full makeup routine is get it done quick. A lot of the time I have a very early start in the morning, so let's get it done quick, out the door. So today I go through my full concealer routine, how I apply it, tips on how to make it last throughout the day. This is the final result with my normal everyday makeup. I like it. I think it looks good. I am over 40, so getting a completely airbrushed, flawless look is pretty impossible, especially under these bright lights, but I think it looks quite nice. The other part of this video is comparing these two. I've got a drugstore cheaper alternative here that everyone's raving about that I hadn't tried before, so I tried that in comparison to my Laura Mercier concealer that I love beyond words. So it'll be interesting to see how they compare, how they work, and what's easiest to use, and if I will be converted. So stay with me. I hope you enjoy the video. Okay, so to begin with, I've just got my daily moisturizer on and all my skincare and just one layer of foundation at this stage because I wanted to really concentrate on the concealer. So I've just done one basic layer of foundation, and be sure not to go too heavy around the eyes because as we get older, if we have too much product around the eyes, it tends to settle in those fine lines. So I'd rather not put too much foundation up underneath the eye line and rather let the concealer do the job. Okay, so there's sort of two parts to this. First part is to show you how I do my concealer and everything, all the little techniques I use to try and avoid any visible fine lines, dark circles, so on and so forth. And the second part is to compare this highly raved about concealer that I haven't tried yet. It is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Eraser. It's all over YouTube. Everyone's talking about it as the best sort of drugstore alternative. Well, not the best, but a lot of people do think that. And I wanted to compare that with my beloved Laura Mercier. This is quite expensive, so if I can find a great dupe, I'm all for it, but I really highly doubt it'll beat my holy grail concealer, but I'm very keen to compare the two and see how they go. First step first, now I've got a little magnifying mirror here, so I'm going to be doing most of my work where I can see myself here, but also showing you guys. So if I'm looking this way, that's why. So how I apply my concealer is I don't use too much because, like I said before, if you've got too much product, the excess settles in those lines. Less is more as we get older. That's definitely how it goes, unfortunately. So a lot of the YouTubers, you see them adding so much product all the way down here and up here, and that's great for 20-year-olds and around that age, and they look amazing with it and it can do wonders. But for us, too much is no good. So I'll start with my Laura Mercier, the one I know and trust. So basically I just do a little bit, because as you can see I've got some darkness around that area, so I just do a little bit there, a tiny bit there. I don't go up in the crow's feet because I don't really feel like it needs much to conceal. As you spread it out, some goes there anyway, but I don't want any extra settling in that region. Then what I do is I just gently blend it through with my beauty blender. This is a damp beauty blender. And then I actually press with my fingertips, so there's no excess. And just smooth it in, up around the eyes. And just press it into the skin gently and all the way under the eyelids, like so. Okay, time to go in with the Maybelline. This shade I believe is lighter. So when I'm choosing my shades for concealer, I don't like to go too white, too light, too bright. I do like the brightening effect, but you can also sort of go overboard with it, and I don't want it like headlights. So I believe once you put the powder on and all of that, it does brighten them anyway. However, looking at these two shades, I do feel the Maybelline is going to be a lot brighter and lighter than this side, but that's just me choosing the wrong colour. But that is how I choose the colour. It's personal preference. I don't like them too like white and bright, but some people do. The Laura Mercier is quite similar to my foundation colour, I believe. So we'll see how it looks. Obviously there's going to be a shade difference with the Maybelline, but that's what we're working with. Now, I haven't tried this before, but before the video I started recording, I opened the package and fiddled around with it, so the sponge was already ready to use because it takes a while. So that's where I'm at, but this is my actual first time trying it on my under eyes. So let's see how we go. So as you can see with the Laura Mercier, it's not completely concealed yet, but that's okay. We'll see if this one covers up more than the first application of Laura Mercier. So because it's a fatter applicator, I seem to be getting more out, but that's okay. I am very inexperienced with trying this method, but let's see how it blends out. Sorry, my beauty blender's not the cleanest. I used it this morning for my foundation. Definitely lighter than my Laura Mercier shade. Definitely. I'll use my fingertips now. I just feel it warms up the product and dabs away any excess, and you can, I feel, work it into the skin a bit better than the beauty blender, which might have excess product on it from your foundation or from your concealer. But I think that looks quite nice actually. It is definitely brighter. So as you can see, not a complete coverage, but a great start with both sides really. Okay, so I've done the first layer of concealer. I think that's enough because I'm not trying to go for a completely, reality is I'm not going to get a completely flawless look. I am not in my 20s. So I think that looks quite nice to begin with. Yes, you can still see my bags a little bit, but I didn't really get a great sleep last night, so that's just the reality and we are working with it. So what I do next is a little bit different to a lot of people, but it is going around on TikTok and YouTube and all of that, and I like this technique. So I've got the Morphe setting spray. This is from Mecca. I believe it's like $22, $23. I always use it every day to set my foundation once I've finished, not just foundation, to set my whole makeup once I have finished for the day my look. I feel like it helps melt my makeup together, blends it in nicely and sets it for a long day at work or whatever I might be doing. So my next step is I like to spray a bit on my hands, not too much, dab my fingers in it. You don't want too much, just so you got a nice amount, and I just press it in. Probably put a bit too much, but I just press it in gently, and I'll do that to both sides. And I just like to work it in gently, not so much that you're gonna take off the concealer altogether. Just work it in ever so slightly, so they're not looking too bad. I feel that the Maybelline side's quite nice actually. Although for some reason my bag was a bit bigger on this side, I think, if you remember from the start of the video. Don't know what's going on there, but now I have two powders that I use. This one, my Cover FX, it's been done to death, nearly gone. It is a higher end translucent powder, but I do love it. But for today, I'm going to use my Maybelline Fit Me powder. It's this one here in the light. Any translucent powder will do, but I do really love the Cover FX one. That's one of my favorites, hence why it's empty and I need to buy more. Now, the brush I like to use is the Morphe M438. That's from Mecca. And I just love the size of it and how it, you know, gets in under your eyes. I don't like to use too much powder to set. But powder setting the under eyes is absolutely essential, especially if you've got a busy day or warmer climates. As you can see, because the powder's a bit lighter, it instantly brightens up the eye area anyway. Even on the side that I've used the concealer. That is a bit darker. And for me, for an everyday look, that's basically it. Okay, so that's my technique for concealer. Pretty quick, pretty simple, especially for a day-to-day look. That's how I do it. I do feel like it lasts all day. Of course, I haven't worn this all day yet, so I will check back in and let you guys know. But I feel that that's concealed enough for me. I feel like it's brighter than when I first started. And although you can see some pigmentation there, that's fine with me. I keep it real. It's my reality. So now I'm going to go off camera, finish my makeup, and I will show you how it looks after my full face is done. Thanks for joining me today. I really appreciate your time. I hope you enjoyed the video. I find it a bit more difficult to find YouTube videos that cater to us 40-plus-year-olds, especially in Australia. A lot of American YouTube tutorials are amazing, but the products they use are really hard to source here in Australia. So that's why I'm here for us Aussie gals to help find products that we can have easy access to without paying all the extra shipping from America or elsewhere. So I hope you enjoyed. Have a great day or night wherever you are. Take care. I'll see you next one. Bye.